What's going on, friends? It's your boy Danny Brasco Betts, your host here at Pick Profit and Free Pick Guru, getting you a free play today in some college basketball action. St. Mary's taking on Gonzaga in the semifinal of the West Coast Conference Tournament. Let's see how these two teams stack up against each other and where we want to make our play. Taking a look at the St. Mary's Gales. They're 14-8 straight up, 10-12 against the spread. Gonzaga, 24-0, unbeaten, 11-11-2 against the spread. So, normally you'd look at that and say, how are you unbeaten, but you barely have a 500 cover rate? Well, they're typically 24, 25-point favorites in games they play, so can't blame them too much there. They're still getting dominant wins. And, well, let's take a look at the last few games for each of these teams. St. Mary's, most of their identity is really on the defensive side of the ball. They'll look to make it ugly, grind out games, and really lock down. And in their last game, they beat Loyola Marymount 52-47, low scoring game. Prior to that, losing to BYU, but only giving up 65, and the game before that won 58-46 over Pacific. So giving up just 46, 47 in their last 2 out of 3 games that they won, and that's, like I said, the style that they're going to look to play. The problem for them is, as good as their defense may be, their offense tends to struggle. They're only averaging 64.5 points per game, and against Gonzaga, that could be an issue. Gonzaga coming in this game minus 18.5 favorites, and they actually beat St. Mary's about 3 weeks ago by 22. They won by a score of 87-65. And that's the thing, I just don't know if St. Mary's can keep up with the offensive output of Gonzaga. Gonzaga offense, by far and away, by a landslide, the best offense in the nation. They're averaging almost 93 points per game. I mean, that is phenomenal. Near NBA numbers behind Corey Kispert, Jalen Suggs, and Ayayi, Timmy. I could name great players in their team till I'm blue in the face. But they get it rolling, and that offense can really cook. They're shooting over 55% from the field. That's just ridiculous. And for a team that's identity in St. Mary's, that's all defense, I'm not seeing them be able to limit Gonzaga. I mean, they weren't able to do it last time around. Gonzaga dropped 87. I just don't know how they hang around with them at all in this game. Last time around when Gonzaga played them and won by 22, the spread was minus 20.5. So they covered by 1.5 and comes down to minus 18.5 here. Perhaps odds makers figure in maybe a shade more competitive because it's the semifinal of a conference tournament matchup. But I'm seeing Gonzaga be able to cover that once more. I mean, if we take a look at St. Mary's, normally I don't love to look at trends over a long time over the course of different teams because, well, it's not the same players on the floor. But sometimes schools just have your number and they get it done over you no matter what. And St. Mary's in their last 6 games, they're 1-5 against the spread, and they're matching up against Gonzaga, they're 5-15 against the spread in their last 20 against them. So that doesn't trend very well for St. Mary's here. I mean, they've had a rough go in the Western Conference against the Zags here, and well, it's going to be a tough sledding for them in this one. I just don't know how that offense hangs in there whatsoever. Gonzaga coming to this one, number 1 in field goal percentage, number 1 in total scoring. St. Mary's, 320th in total scoring. I think that's all you need to know in this one, really. No injuries on the report here, and Gonzaga, really the only question left is, what do they have to play for? Are they going to take the night off a little? I don't think so. I mean, they're unbeaten right now. They're looking to keep their foot on the gas and win the conference tournament, keep the momentum rolling, headed into the big dance. And, I don't see them taking a night off or maybe just, letting St. Mary's kind of keep it close with them. There's no reason that they shouldn't win by 20 or more. And typically you're not getting Gonzaga at below 20-point favorites. Look at Gonzaga in their last number of games, last few, minus 25, minus 31, minus 33, minus 20.5. So we're getting them on a steal here at minus 18.5, and I'm going to be forced to grab it right here. So that's going to be the free pick of the day, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, minus 18.5 for your free pick of the day to cover against St. Mary's in this Western Conference semifinal. Bulldogs looking phenomenal. Good luck to anyone tailing this bet. Let's go get this bread. Booyah, Kasha.